Hey, it's Blight Savage. I have an article to share with you saying that Morgan Stanley's planning a $150 billion investment into Bitcoin, and we're going to do some modeling to see exactly how much the Bitcoin price could possibly go up due to that injection of funds. To start, I'll give some background into the actual transaction itself. And before the transaction goes through, we have some analysts from JPMorgan saying that Bitcoin does have the potential to compete strongly against the US dollar. However, they are voicing concerns about cryptocurrency's lesser appeal as currency. People are actually, they have their doubts about cryptocurrencies, which makes sense. But I really think that's a non-issue right now. I don't think that people don't like cryptocurrency. I really just think it's a matter of education. So as people get more education about cryptocurrency, I think a lot of that animosity is actually gonna dissipate. Now, Wall Street has always thought that crypto is really volatile, but I think ever since it hit 40,000 and has been kind of holding there, so going up and down like 35 to 40,000, I think a lot of the banks have taken notice. And then once Tesla injected the 1.5 billion to it, I think that's solidified Bitcoin as a legitimate currency. And that volatility, I think it's still there. But once these central banks start injecting funds into Bitcoin, it's going to get more and more stable because those banks have the funds that are legitimate. They are strongly backed by other investments. So these banks actually have the resources to prop up Bitcoin in a way that it's never been propped up before. And right now, I think we're kind of rallying towards the initial push for Bitcoin once all of these institutions start to really jump on the pile. And this is huge because the legitimacy of Bitcoin is at stake here. So I think we're kind of at a crossroads where if all of these institutions don't start putting their money into Bitcoin, I think it could stall out and we're not going to see any change in the price. But if they start doing this, we're going to start seeing a skyrocket, not only because private investors are going to hop on and contribute to Bitcoin, but also those huge money managers, hedge funds, and central banks, they're going to start jumping on the bandwagon too. So let me get started into maybe what we could actually expect as far as a price increase from an injection of 150 billion in resources into Bitcoin. I'm looking at this chart from Bitcoin, BTC, and it's from the coinmarketcap.com, and it's showing a couple different things. And the main thing I want to show you is a jump from a price of around 38,000 up to like 44,000. And that was when Tesla injected the 1.5 billion into Bitcoin, and it flew up quite a bit. So this is what I'm going to use as far as a template, so we can see a conservative estimation as to what this particular injection of 150 billion could do possibly for the price of Tesla itself, the price of Bitcoin moving forward. I'm going to lay this out with just some factors here, and this jump represents a change in the price of Bitcoin by 400,000. So when Tesla injected 1.5 billion into Bitcoin, it jumped $4,000. Now, once they put 150 billion in there, we can think about using this particular jump as a reference point to see exactly how much Bitcoin will go up if 150,000 is actually added. So let me get started, really. I'll stop clamoring on. So if $150 billion divided by 1.5 billion ends up being around 100 times, so that represents 100 times jump. So that's 100 times 4,000 that the price could possibly jump if 150 billion is added. And when I do that, so I'll do the 4,000 times 100 equals 400,000. So that's in addition to the current price of $4,000. Now, we have to add the current price, so it's around 50,000 right now. So that would leave us at a current price of 450,000 if 150 billion is added. So going, this is actually based off an algorithm that's a lot more complex than I'm giving it credit for. I'm just doing like simple math in order to figure this out. So there's a huge range there. So in my estimation, I would say that the price prediction that was on a chart that I previously made a video on is rather reliable. I think it's actually it's something to look at. I'm gonna link that video I made down in the description box, but right here you can see this is the chart that I was looking at, and it shows that the price target or the price range for 2021, the end of 2021 or the middle around there, would be anywhere from 380,000 to 900,000. So it's just, in my prediction, it was 450,000, but according to this chart, I think we're pretty good. If you look at these peaks, we're due for another peak. So this rally, I think, is accurate. Like, thinking about anywhere from 300,000 to 900,000, I just think it's realistic right now, and I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility. So let's be hopeful. We can go ahead and hope for the best and see what happens. But if you already have money in Bitcoin, awesome. If you don't, I don't think it's too late. I think we're kind of at the precipice of a really big rally moving forward. But of course, I could be totally wrong. This could crash and go to zero tomorrow. But it's fun to do a little bit of analysis to kind of do the pricing game and see maybe where we might end up. But I'm not a financial expert, and I'm not recommending you buy Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency. Just helping you understand some things that might happen and playing around with numbers. But thanks so much for watching my video today. I really appreciate it. You can subscribe or comment or share my video. That'd be awesome. Have a great weekend or week, whatever it is. Adios and farewell.